Have you ever woken up with legs so heavy it felt like you were carrying sacks of cement instead of your own body? Have you ever climbed a flight of stairs and had to stop as if you'd just run a marathon, even though all you did was live another day? If so, you're not alone. And no, it's not just getting older like so many say with a half-hearted, resigned smile. I'm Gabriel, and I'm here to tell you that this does not have to be your new normal. Today we're going to talk about something that might seem too simple to be real, but it has the potential to breathe life back into your legs and energy into your days. Yes, there is a food, and not just one, that can help you regain the lightness you thought you had lost forever. I'm not here to sell you a miracle cure. I'm inviting you to understand your body at its core and to act with wisdom and determination. Stay with me until the end, because if you've been feeling sluggish, stuck, or drained, the next few lessons won't just show you what to eat. They'll help you reconnect with the vitality you thought was gone. This isn't about quick-fix diets. It's about reclaiming your strength, your spirit, and your physical dignity, starting with something as simple and tangible as your plate. Let's dive in. Number 1, rediscover the power of lentils, the silent fuel for your muscles. I know what it feels like to look at your legs at the end of the day and feel like they no longer belong to you, as if your body is still there, but the strength to move it stayed behind in another time. It's tough. It hurts even more when the rest of the world seems to keep moving effortlessly, while you wonder if this sluggishness is going to be permanent, if that heaviness in your legs is just the beginning of something bigger, something sadder, something irreversible. But no, it doesn't have to be. What you eat isn't just about filling your stomach. It's a silent declaration of how you want to live. And lentils, those small, humble seeds, can be so much more than a warm meal on your table. They are a tool for endurance, a contained force that, when used with intention, changes things. Truly. From ancient Mesopotamia to Ayurvedic texts, lentils have been revered as the food of the strong. It's no coincidence that ancient armies would eat them before marching long distances. They knew something we sometimes forget. Strength doesn't always come from red meat or fancy supplements. Sometimes it's found in the most modest, the wisest of foods. Lentils not only feed your muscles, they cleanse you. Their fiber acts like a natural broom, sweeping away toxins and reducing triglycerides that slow the blood and weigh down the legs. Their magnesium and potassium content helps relax your arteries, giving them the flexibility they need to function properly. It's as if your body suddenly regains inner space. Seneca once said that true freedom lies in not depending on the superfluous. And at this stage in life, that means not depending on unnecessary pills or on people who aren't there. It means looking inward and acting wisely. Lentils aren't an empty promise. They're a brave choice. Eating them is an act of autonomy, a statement that says, I can still stand, I can still move with dignity. Modern science backs this up, of course. Clinical nutrition studies have shown that regular consumption improves blood pressure, regulates blood sugar, and supports solid cardiovascular health. But beyond the science, there's something no statistic can give you: the feeling of having your legs back, strong, reliable, alive. Next time you put a pot on the stove, ask yourself if you're cooking just to fill a void or if you're building your strength from within. Because the difference between aging with resignation and aging with vitality can start with something as simple as a legume. And if you found this revealing, just wait until you see what a single banana can do for your balance, your nervous system, and the agility of your steps. We'll get into that next. Number 2, don't underestimate the banana, your ally for walking without cramps. During World War II, in a small village in Java, there lived a man named Surya, He was already an old man when the conflict broke out, but his fame in the region wasn't because of his age, it was because of the resilience of his body. While younger men collapsed in exhaustion at the end of the day, Surya kept walking, climbing hills, and gathering firewood without complaint. Many credited his strength to a habit he had maintained since childhood. Every morning, on an empty stomach, he would eat a ripe banana before heading deep into the jungle to work. At that time, there was no modern science to give biochemical explanations, but folk wisdom already understood what studies now confirm. The potassium in bananas maintains the electrolyte balance in muscle cells, prevents cramps, and improves muscle contraction. Today, we know that this accessible and often underestimated fruit is a natural regulator of the nervous system and a silent protector of the heart. What Surya did unknowingly was a daily act of safeguarding his autonomy. He chose to rely not on rest, but on nourishment, not to wait until he felt weak to seek help, but to strengthen himself every day through something simple. Epictetus taught that external things are not under our control, but our decisions are, and every food choice is one of those decisions. When you choose a banana, you're not just feeding your muscles. You're telling your body, I refuse to stop moving, I refuse to give up on myself. Weakness in the legs doesn't come all at once. It comes from small omissions, from saying, I'll start tomorrow, from letting the fear of aging replace the courage to stay standing. On a cellular level, bananas are also a source of tryptophan, which the body transforms into serotonin. They don't just give you strength, they also balance your mood. And if your legs are strong, but your mind is defeated, everything else will mean very little. In Eastern cultures like Japan's, it's believed that longevity starts with respecting daily rituals. Eating well isn't a luxury, it's a spiritual practice. As Lao Tzu said, mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is true power. The banana, then, is not just a fruit. It's a daily affirmation of your will to keep moving forward. You may not be able to change external circumstances or make anyone stay by your side, but you can choose to nourish yourself with purpose. You can choose not to give up. And if this has made you reflect on how to strengthen your physical foundation, just wait until you discover what a simple morning drink can do for your circulation, your liver, and your mental clarity. What's coming next could redefine your mornings forever. Number 3, warm lemon water on an empty stomach. Awaken your blood, awaken your life. Tomorrow morning, I invite you to do something very simple. Before checking your phone, before turning on the TV, before even speaking to anyone, boil a little water, squeeze half a fresh lemon into a cup, and drink it slowly, in silence. Nothing more. That's the exercise. It doesn't require physical effort, it costs just a few coins, but if you do it mindfully, you'll notice a change. Not so much immediately, but in how your mornings feel over time. Your body hydrates, your liver wakes up, and your blood begins to flow more clearly. It's as if by drinking it, you're saying, today I choose to begin clean, strong, and calm. Stoic practice teaches us to start each day with intention. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations that the morning is the most important time to straighten the soul. This small ritual with water and lemon is not just a drink, it's a declaration of self-mastery. From a scientific perspective, we know that lemon activates liver enzymes, improves digestion, and helps flush out accumulated toxins that slow circulation. But on a deeper level, it represents renewal, clarity, and purification. The most interesting thing about this habit isn't just what it does for your body, but what it trains in your mind. Starting the day with this gesture reminds you that you choose how to treat yourself. It doesn't matter if yesterday was hard, if you're feeling alone, or if your legs feel heavy. What you do this morning defines the direction of your energy. Because while many wake up and let inertia carry them away, you can choose a pause, a moment of conscious care. And if you're finding value in what we're sharing, if you feel this content speaks directly to your heart and gives you real tools to improve your life, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. We're creating a space for those who want to age with wisdom, strength, and purpose. Hit the like button if this message has resonated with you, and tell me in the comments which country you're joining us from. I would love to read your story and remind you that you are not alone on this journey. Because yes, sometimes all it takes is a sip of warm lemon water to remember that every new day is an opportunity to begin again. We don't need grand gestures to regain vitality, just a firm commitment to what's essential. And that, dear friend, begins within you. Number 4. Oats. Every morning, more strength and less heaviness in your legs. Did you know that oats have the ability to clean your arteries of bad cholesterol so effectively that some cardiologists call them the breakfast shield? It's not a marketing slogan, it's a clinical fact. Their soluble fiber, known as beta-glucan, acts like a sponge in your digestive system. It absorbs harmful fats and flushes them out before they can clog your arteries. This invisible yet constant process has a direct impact on your legs, because when your arteries are clear, blood flows freely and your muscles get the oxygen they need to stay active. Think of your arteries like a river. If the riverbed is clogged with sediment, the water can't flow with strength. The river becomes slow, murky, stagnant. That's exactly what happens to your blood when your diet neglects the essentials. And who pays the price for that stagnation? Your legs, your joints, your energy? Have you ever wondered why, after certain meals, you feel heavier, more sluggish? Or why, on some days, a simple walk feels so much easier? The difference could start with the very first food you eat in the morning. Here's an exercise you can try tomorrow. Prepare a bowl of oatmeal cooked with water or unsweetened plant-based milk. Add a teaspoon of cinnamon and a few chia seeds. Then sit in silence. Don't turn on the TV, don't read the newspaper, just sit and eat slowly. Every spoonful is a concrete action to protect your heart and free your legs from fatigue. This act, small as it may seem, is profoundly revolutionary, because you're saying, today I choose to prioritize myself. Today, my body is not an accident, it's a decision. In Stoic philosophy, one of the greatest virtues is temperance, the ability to choose what is right to avoid excess. Oats are a temperate food, humble, unassuming, but packed with power. They don't boast, they don't shine, but they build. And what they build is your inner strength. In cultures like Scotland's, oats have been a symbol of physical endurance for generations. Why not make them a symbol in your life too? You don't need a complete reinvention to feel stronger. Sometimes, change begins with a single spoonful. With the firm decision to treat yourself with respect, starting at breakfast. Because when you cleanse your interior, you don't just improve your circulation, you reclaim your clarity, your rhythm, and your dignity. And that, in the end, is the real fuel for walking with strength. Number 5. Fresh spinach, the green that ignites your veins. Imagine for a moment that your body is a garden. Over the years, you've cared for it, trimmed what was necessary, watered it with intention. But there comes a point in life when parts of that garden begin to wither without warning. Your legs feel heavy, as if the sap, the blood that feeds them, no longer flows with the same strength. Many accept this withering as a natural part of aging. I invite you to question it. Spinach, with its deep color and powerful nutritional profile, is one of the few foods that not only nourish, but also revitalize. Its natural nitrates make it a direct source of nitric oxide, a molecule your body needs to dilate blood vessels. When that happens, arteries relax, blood pressure levels out, and circulation becomes more efficient. What once felt like muscle fatigue or weakness in your legs is often just a sign of a circulatory system that has lost its flow. But spinach doesn't just strengthen the body, it carries a symbolic value that touches the heart of Stoic thought, the connection to nature, to what is essential. Seneca said, "Nature demands nothing impossible." And yet, every time we ignore what she offers us in its purest form, we move further from that wisdom. Spinach is not some modern remedy. It has been part of the diet of long-lived cultures like the Japanese, where elders walk long distances daily without relying on a cane. They do it because they don't wait for weakness to take root. They act early, with wisdom. Modern medicine backs up this tradition. Recent studies have shown that regular consumption of spinach can improve muscle efficiency and physical endurance, even in older adults. Its high iron content also helps maintain energy levels and prevent anemia, a silent thief of strength that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. And its vitamin K, quiet and often overlooked, preserves the integrity of blood vessels, keeping them from stiffening over time. Here's a suggestion. Next time you prepare a meal, toss in a handful of raw spinach just before serving. Don't overcook it. Leave it nearly untouched. Let that vibrant green remind you that your body, like that garden, can still bloom if you feed it right. And if you can, eat it in silence. Chew slowly. Feel how this simple yet profound food enters your body and rekindles what once felt stagnant. The Indian philosopher Krishnamurti once said, "Freedom is not something to be achieved. It is the result of living with awareness." Every spinach leaf, every meal you choose with intention is a form of that awareness. A way to reconnect with your body, not to dominate or punish it, but to walk alongside it, to honor it in this stage of life when, more than ever, it deserves to be heard. There is no age at which it's too late to bloom again. Sometimes, all it takes is remembering that you can still nourish your roots, your sap, your stride, because every firm step you take is also a way of telling yourself, "I'm still here, and I'm still moving forward." Number 6. The tomato is not just decoration, it's your shield against tired legs. There's a very common mistake we make without even realizing it. We assume that what's familiar, what's always there, must not have much value. We take it for granted, we overlook it, and that's exactly what happens with the tomato. You see it every day at the market, you slice it without much thought, you toss it into a salad like it's just any other ingredient. But what most people don't realize is that this juicy red fruit is one of the best natural defenses you have against leg fatigue and declining circulation. It's no exaggeration. It's a truth backed by science and quietly honored by traditional wisdom. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that has been studied in universities around the world. It doesn't just protect your heart, it helps keep the walls of your arteries flexible and free of plaque buildup that can block the flow of blood. When your arteries stiffen, blood takes longer to reach your muscles, and when that happens, your legs feel heavy, clumsy, as if you're carrying stones instead of feet. Vascular stiffness is one of the most silent enemies of aging, but tomatoes consumed consistently act like an internal balm, lubricating the pathways through which your life flows. In Mediterranean traditions, where older adults still walk easily down cobbled streets, tomatoes are a daily staple. Not because they look pretty, but because they know it's medicine. Diet isn't just about flavor or custom. It's a philosophy of care, a daily act of telling yourself, "I deserve to live with dignity." The Stoics saw nature as a constant ally. Marcus Aurelius spoke of the cosmos as an organism that provides everything we need to live with virtue. And in this grand organism, the tomato plays its quiet but essential role. It helps cleanse, strengthen, and restore the elasticity that time tries to take away. Now think about this. How many times have you searched for complex solutions to your aches without realizing that an effective remedy might have been waiting in your kitchen all along? How many times have your legs felt slower, heavier, without considering that the answer might start with a simple, fresh, red plate? Here's an image for you. Every time you slice a tomato, imagine you're cleaning a window through which your blood sees the world. More clarity, more movement, more life. And if you can, roast it lightly with a little olive oil and eat it as medicine. Don't think of it as a decorative extra, it's your shield, your silent defender. Don't underestimate the simple things. Sometimes what's been right in front of you your entire life is exactly what can give you back what you thought was lost, because the extraordinary also lives in the everyday. And if you choose to see it differently, the tomato stops being just food. It becomes a decision, the decision to live with lightness, with flow, with purpose, just as your legs deserve. Number 7, water, not just for living, but to keep your legs awake. We spend our lives searching for answers in faraway places, in complicated remedies, in expensive treatments, without realizing that most of the time, the essentials are right in front of us. Water, the simple act of lifting a glass to your lips and drinking, is one of the most powerful and underestimated ways to transform your body from within. This isn't an exaggeration. Lack of hydration leads to slow circulation, thicker blood, and legs that feel heavy, numb, and ineffective. Have you ever gotten up and felt like your legs were made of lead? Have you ever walked and felt as if something inside you was dragging? Many times, it's the missing water. It's the inner river that has dried up. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept reality as it is, but also to prepare for what's ahead. There is no simpler and more vital preparation than staying well hydrated. Seneca said that the wise person is like water, adaptable, flowing, unbreakable. But to adapt, to move freely, the body needs that fluid running through it. And it's not enough to take the occasional sip. We're talking about a daily, conscious commitment, a real act of loyalty to yourself. From a Taoist perspective, water symbolizes ultimate strength, the soft that overcomes the hard, the gentle that transforms without resistance. A constant drop can wear away stone. In the same way, drinking enough water every day can slowly dissolve years of stiffness, lethargy, and accumulated fatigue. The body responds to the respect you show it, and water is respect in liquid form. Now pause for a moment and ask yourself, are you really caring for your inner self as you should? Or are you just surviving, hydrating only when it's already too late, when your legs hurt, when dizziness appears? Maybe you've trusted too much that your body will just endure. But it's not about enduring. It's about flowing, about living with clarity, about honoring each glass of water as an act of life. If you want to feel lightness in your steps again, strength in your legs, and clarity in your mind, start by remembering that water isn't just part of you. It's the medium through which everything inside you moves. It's the silent current that keeps your cells, your muscles, and your thoughts alive. And if you ever wonder where to begin when it comes to taking care of yourself, start with the simplest thing, a glass of water. Because sometimes what saves you doesn't make noise. It just flows, just like you should. We've reached the end of this journey, and if you're still here, it's because you've chosen to see your health with new eyes, not as a collection of symptoms or a list of restrictions, but as a path of reconnection with your body, your strength, and your dignity. In this video, we didn't just talk about food, we talked about walking firmly again, about regaining control over your energy, and about cultivating the freedom that comes when your body responds with gratitude. I'm Gabriel, and if you felt that these words spoke to you in some way, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, we speak with honesty, depth, and respect for those who, like you, seek to age with courage, clarity, and purpose. This isn't just another channel, it's a space for those who know there is still so much life to live and want to do it with quality, vitality, and awareness. To those who made it all the way here, I offer my heartfelt thanks. Staying until the end is rare, and it says a lot about you. If this content moved you, write in the comments. I choose to walk with strength, and let me know which country you're watching from. I would love to see how far these ideas have traveled and who is sharing this journey with me. And if you know someone who's going through a time of physical exhaustion, doubt, or resignation, don't keep this to yourself. Share this video. Sometimes a single phrase can make the difference between giving up or trying again, between settling or choosing to treat the body like a temple, a sacred place. Thank you for letting me accompany you. Take care of your steps, take care of your nourishment, and most importantly, take care of the way you speak to yourself each day. Because real change always starts with that inner voice. I'll see you again soon. And until then, walk with lightness and courage. And